Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read a chapter of a story and I'll continue reading the chapters as the week goes on. I hope you enjoy it. The author is Roald Dahl, one of my favourite stories. I'm not going to tell you what the title is. You're going to work that one out for yourself. I'm staying in a hotel with my grandmother, who's taught me to recognise witches by their baldness, their claws, and the fact that they don't have any toes. Now, I'm stuck behind a screen in a room full of witches who are pretending to be the Royal Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children. But I know that they hate children. They have giant nostrils to sniff us out. They think we smell like dogs' drop-ins. The revolting Grand High Witch is in charge and she's planning to turn all the children of England into mice by secretly feeding them a magic mouse maker formula hidden in delicious chocolates. An alarm clock in the recipe delays the action, which means that witches never get caught in the act. I am going to prove to you, said the Grand High Witch, that the recipe is working to perfection. You understand, of course, that you can set the alarm clock to go off at any time you like. So yesterday, I am personally preparing a small quantity of magic formula in order to give a public demonstration. I am setting the alarm clock to go off at 3:30 the next afternoon, which means 3:30 this afternoon. And that, she said, glancing at her wristwatch, is precisely 7 minutes' time. The audience of witches were listening intently, sensing that something dramatic was about to happen. So what I am doing yesterday with this magic liquid? Asked the Grand Witch. I will tell you what I am doing. I am putting one droplet into a very squishy chocolate bar. I'm giving this bar to a repulsive, smelly little boy who has been hanging around the lobby of the hotel. The Grand High Witch paused. The audience remained silent, waiting for her to go on. I watched this repulsive little brute gobbling up a squishy bar of chocolate, and when he had finished, I said to him, "Was that good?" And he said it was great. So I said to him, "Do you want some more?" And he said yes. So I said, "I will give you 6 more chocolate bars like that if you will meet me in the ballroom of this hotel on 3:25 tomorrow afternoon." 6 bars? Cried this greedy little swine. "I'll be there, you bet I'll be there." "So the stage is set," shouted the Grand High Witch. "It is now." She glanced at her watch. It was now exactly 3:25, and the nasty little stinker will be turning into a mouse in 5 minutes' time. Should at this very moment be outside, standing, waiting at the door. And by gum, she was absolutely right. The boy, whoever he might be, was already rattling the door handle and banging on the doors with his fist. "Quick!" shouted the Grand High Witch. "Put on your wigs, put on your gloves, and put on your shoes." Then a great rustle and bustle of putting on wigs and gloves and shoes went on. I saw the Grand High Witch herself reach for a face mask. She put it over her revolting face. It was astonishing how the mask transformed her into a beautiful young lady. "Let me in," came this boy's voice from behind the doors. "Where are those chocolate bars you promised me? I'm here to collect them. Dish them out." One of the witches leapt to her feet, unfastened the chains that were keeping the doors locked. She opened 2 huge doors, and then I heard her say, "Why, hello, little man. How lovely to see you. Have you come for your chocolate bars?" "Have you?" "They are ready for you. Do come in." The small boy was wearing a white t-shirt and grey shorts and gym shoes, and he entered the room. I recognised him at once. He was called Bruno Jenkins. He was staying in the hotel with his parents. He was one of those boys I didn't really care for. Whenever you saw him, he was always eating something. Whether you met him in the hotel lobby, he was stuffing his face with chocolate sponge cake. Or if you passed him in the corridor, he was fishing potato crisps out of a bag by the fistful. "Darling boy," cooed the Grand High Witch from the platform, "I have your chocolates all ready for you. Do come here first and say hello to these lovely ladies." Her voice was quite different now. It was soft and gentle and absolutely dripping with syrup. Bruno was looking a bit bewildered, but he allowed himself to be led to the platform, where he stood beside the Grand High Witch and said, "OK, where are my 6 bars of chocolate?" "The time is now 1 minute past 3:30, announced the Grand High Witch. "What the heck's going on?" Bruno asked. He was frightened. He wasn't looking exactly comfortable either. 30 seconds to go," cried the Grand High Witch, gripping Bruno by the arm. Bruno shook himself clear and stared at her. 20 seconds, said the Grand High Witch. "Give me the chocolate bar," shouted Bruno, becoming suddenly suspicious. 15 seconds, cried the Grand Witch. "One of you crazy punks, kindly tell me what this is all about," shouted Bruno. 10 seconds, cried the Grand High Witch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0! We have ignition! I could have sworn I heard an alarm clock ringing. I saw Bruno jump. He jumped as though someone had stuck a hat pin deep into his bottom and yelled, "Ow!" He jumped so high that he landed on a small table at the edge of the stage, and he started hopping about on top of the table, waving his arms and yelling his head off. Then suddenly he became silent. His whole body stiffened. The alarm had gone off. The High Witch screeched, "The Magic Maker is beginning to work!" Bruno was getting smaller by the second. I could see him shrinking. Now his clothes seemed to be disappearing, and brown fur was growing out all over his body. Suddenly he had a tail. Then he had whiskers. Then he had 4 feet. It was a matter of seconds, and all at once he wasn't there anymore. A small brown mouse was running around on the top of the table. "Bravo!" yelled the audience. "She's done it! It works! It's fantastic! Oh, you are a miracle! Oh, brainy one!" Then they were all standing up and clapping and cheering, and the Grand High Witch produced a mouse trap from the folds of her dress and started to set it up. "Where is he?" snapped the Grand High Witch, searching the platform. "Where was the mouse? Where has he got to?" She couldn't find him. Clever Bruno had jumped off the table and scampered off into the corner, or even down some small hole. Oh, thank heavens for that. Tomorrow I will read you the next chapter. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.